What's up YouTube fam? Welcome back. Today I'm giving you not one, not two, but 3 different fall eye looks using only one palette. And the palette that we're using today is the Juvia's Place, the Nubian palette. It's this gorgeous neutrals palette. It's got both mattes, it's got shimmers, it's got light colors, it's got dark colors, it's got it all. And I tried to use as many colors as possible for the 3 different looks, and I try to create as different looks as possible so that you can really get a variety out of one palette. And don't worry, if you're somewhere in the world where you cannot get a hold of Juvia's Place, I got you back. I have linked a couple of palettes down below that are great substitutions for this one. So if you can't get this one, you can get those. You can still create these amazing eye looks. Now, I have a new subscription song, and I'm totally just making it up as we go. Do you want to hear it? I don't care if you do, I'm going to sing it anyways. Please subscribe to my channel. You're gonna get great content, great beauty content. That was it. I think I kind of deserved your subscription, so click right here. Actually, it's not this button, it's actually under the video somewhere, but I think you can figure it out, right? Okay, great, let's get into the video. The first look, let's do this sort of contoured sexy eye. To start off, I'm gonna just prime my lids with some concealer. Be right back. I'm gonna go into this very warm, almost camel color. I'm gonna use that as my transition color to start with. And I'm going in with a very fluffy brush because I want this look to be very soft. I don't want it to have any harsh lines at all. So I'm gonna create that very carved out kind of contour crease with this flare brush. This is the 301 tapered brush. Whatever you have that's kind of big and fluffy will do. So I'm taking quite a lot of that, tapping it off, and then I do as I usually do. I start in my crease, and I mean, this is not very, you don't have to be very precise at all. Just basically contour your eyes. So wherever, you know, you can poke the brush in, that's where you want the shadow to live. But you can fluff it out quite a lot. I mean, mine is, you know, it's going quite high up, and then I'm just going in and building it up and blending it out. So I'm just doing like circular motions out here because I want to lift it a little bit here, right on the outside. I want it to go upwards, and just blending and dragging it outwards. What you can do is you can grab some and then you can drag from the outside of your eye and upwards to kind of connect the lid to the outer part. There we go. Kind of happy with this. Next, I'm going to go into this warm brown color. It's quite deep, and we're going to deepen the crease up. I'm grabbing a smaller brush. This is the Flare 303 small crease blending brush. It's kind of the same shape as the big one, but it's a lot smaller because now I want to be more precise with my color because I'm going darker. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of that, tapping it off, and then I'm going in right into my crease and I'm starting to blend that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create a little bit of a V shape. So we're going to connect that. That hair is annoying AF. We're going to connect that downwards and create a outer V right here. We're basically just applying the color with this brush. We're going to go in and blend with the bigger one again. So you see how that darker color is now kind of like surrounding our crease. Then you want to go in and blend with the big fluffy brush, and just this will take a little bit of time. If you want like a really nice blend, make sure to spend some time on the blending of the dark colors because that's going to make a big difference. I'm also going to drag this further in because I wanted to contour my entire crease. So I'm bringing this deeper color all the way in, and then just keep on blending, just keep blending, just keep blending, 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 blend till you can't blend no more. I don't even know if that's actually the exact lyrics of Finding Nemo, you know, when Dory is singing. probably shouldn't be singing because I am kind of tone deaf. We all already know that by now. I think that that looks very good actually. So for the last color, we're gonna go into this deep, dark, cold brown color. And with this color in particular, it's very important that you take it slow. What is it that Christina Milian sings? Take it up slow, pop, pop, pop that thing. I'm gonna show you how to make a man say, oh. I don't know where all that came from. I think I'm starting to feel kind of sexy. Okay, so I'm grabbing a very tiny amount of this. Like, let me show you. Just doing this. Boop. Tapping it off and then building it very slowly in the crease. Just kind of placing that in the outer V. The drama has entered the building. And I'm really gonna try to give it that real like lift now with this dark color. So I'm really trying to shape a V shape that sort of lifts the eye. Can you see what I'm doing right here? See that? That's what you want. And then just blend in circular motions. We're not bringing this far in. We just want it right out here on the outer corner for it to just give some lift and some depth. I'm gonna go in with the 402 smudge brush. Anything you have that is a little bit more precise so that we can do our lower lid. So I'm gonna go in to, I'm gonna build it the same way I build my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the lightest color. Then I'm gonna go into a little bit of darker one, pick up less, and you know, also be more precise with the placement. And then lastly, I'm gonna go into the darkest color. Gonna put some mascara on and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the finished first look. Let me give you a close-up. So as you can see, very matte, very like contoured eye, a little bit of like a smoky, it is a little bit of a smoky eye going on, I would say. Very smoky, fun, sexy. I'm gonna start with that. Let's move on to some glitter and shimmer, shall we? Now, let's do this sultry cat eye look with a little bit of shimmer on top. I've already primed my lid, and once again, I'm gonna go in with that big fluffy brush and that kind of orangey brown and start with the transition shade. This time around though, I'm not gonna bring it too far up because I don't want my shadow to cover my entire eye space. You know, I just want it to like peek up above my crease. So I'm just kind of keeping it kind of far down because I just want the transition shade to be fairly low as well, you know? As usual, kind of drying it outwards and upwards a little bit, just for the soft transition all the way in as well. I'm gonna grab an angled brush and I'm gonna go into the sort of lid color that we got going on. This is the one. It's right next to that dark brown that we used in the look before, but this one is shimmery. I'm gonna just dip the angle brush in there and I'm gonna just create the angle on the outside of the eye. I want it to be the same angle as my other eye, therefore I'm just like stamping it just so I know how far out I go. And the thing is, you can clean this up later if it doesn't become even anyways, or if you have some fallout around that line, you can just go ahead and clean it up later, but we just want to kind of set it so that we know what we're working with. Then grab any kind of flatter brush and go into that shimmery color once again and start packing it onto your lid. Tap it off though, because this way you will get minimal fallout, you know, under your eye. So I'm just putting it on my entire lid like that. And then I'm kind of going in and connecting the little line or wing that we did. And I'm bringing it a tiny bit above my crease, as you can see here. And just a little bit, and just on the outer corner. I won't do it on my inner corner. Then I'm just gonna grab a clean blending brush and I'm just gonna go in and start blending this dark out, kind of giving it a nice transition into that warm light brown transition color. I want to intensify the color a little bit, so I'm going to go in with another layer of that dark one. I'm going to go into that very shimmery copper color, and I'm going to, as I did on this eye, I'm going to just stamp it on the inner side to give it a little bit of, you know, pop, a little bit of shine, a little bit of color. So I'm just picking a flat brush and basically just covering my inner corner in a thin layer of that glitter. There we go. I actually feel like I overdid it a little tiny bit, so I'm just gonna remove some with my finger. These shadows are so damn creamy that they're so easy to work with and kind of just fix with your hands. I'm gonna redo my concealer now. All right, clean that up, and I'm gonna go in with some mascara, and I'll be right back for the finished look. Okay, my loves, that's the second look. So here's a close-up. As you can see, very catty, very lifting, very fun. I think this is so fun for like an event. You know, the kind of things we never go to nowadays. A night out, and other things we don't do anymore. But still, I think that this is really fun. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's do the last one, which is a rosé-ish kind of thing. Okay, let's do it. Once again, grabbing that light camel transition shade, going in with that big fluffy brush, and once again we're creating that transition in our outer V. You already seen this one, so I'll probably just fast forward it. I'm also just covering my entire lid with this color because I want it as my base color, because I want this look to turn out quite warm. Then I'm going to go into this brown color down here. I'm grabbing a kind of tapered brush, and I'm just taking some on the tip to define the outer V with this. It's not going to be a lot. It's just going to give a little bit of depth and just, you know, that outer V shape that we already done. Well, basically in the first look today, we did this exact thing. And then just grab a brush to sort of blend it out. Then I'm gonna go into this rosé shade right here, and I'm gonna grab it with my ring finger, and I'm just gonna pack it on my entire lid. And I'm also going a bit on top on the inner side. As you can see right here, I want it to show a lot when my eye is fully closed. See that? Still see the little pink tint right there. Now I'm gonna grab the small brush, and I'm going into that very glittery pink shade, and I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner. And then lastly, I'm gonna go into that dark brown, and then I'm gonna tap it into this very dark brown as well, just a tad bit. And I'm gonna line my lower lash line. I want that to be actually quite dark. Now I'm just grabbing a black kohl pencil, and I'm lining my waterline. Liking it. Popping some mascara on, and I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, this is the last look. As you can see, a very fun rosé, goldish, brownish, and a little bit of a lined, dramatic eye type of look. Very wearable, very fun, but in a subtle way. Like it. I do approve. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please let me know if you like when I do these like 3-in-1 type of videos. I mean, I assume that most people appreciate, you know, getting suggestions on how to do as much as possible with one palette. I don't know, let me know. Let me know if you have any other ideas. I really like this palette. It's a really good one. As I said in the beginning, if you can't find this particular one, there are links down below to other similar palettes that you can get to create all these looks. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.